Hey everyone, welcome to 2024 and welcome to the first in some videos I decided to start trying to record the other day. As the title says, I love to travel and I've been wanting to live sort of nomad life for a long time. I watch a lot of YouTube channels where people work seasonally and travel, or they do van life, live out of a car. I love watching those videos, even though I probably wouldn't be able to live out of a car, but we can talk about that later. I love the idea of traveling around. I just love to see new things, and I get kind of tired of being in the same place where I'm from and want to see new stuff. So I think I decided to just start filming this video and start filming videos for the future to see if I can make it happen. So I'll give you a little backstory. In 2021, I had been wanting to leave my job for a long time to go live in another country, specifically the UK, which is my favorite country. I've been there a lot of times and I would have loved to move there. I planned to, was going to go study a graduate degree because it seemed like that was the easiest way to go there and stay for at least a year, because I can't stay more than 6 months if I just go visit on no visa. So I'd planned to do that. I saved up money, but I could not get it together to study. So as soon as they let people into the country after the virus had hit, they weren't letting anyone into the country, into a lot of countries. Once they started letting people in, I said, I think I want to do it now, because the prices were really good. They were trying to get people to come back and spend money. So I went because it felt like the right time. I'd been wanting to do it for a while and had to not travel for a long time because of no one traveling. And I saved all this money to try to go to school. So I had some money saved up, but they were doing good deals where I got like a hotel I'd been wanting to try out for a long time. This hotel I'd wanted to stay in for a long time in London that was too expensive for me was running specials, and it was fantastic because when I got there, so I got a great price, and then they upgraded me to a nicer room because there were so few people there. So that's just a side story of why I decided to go at that point, because the prices were good. And so I had quit my job and I stayed there for a couple of months, and I'd wanted to travel a little bit more than that. Maybe go to some other countries. Norway's one I want to see. Ireland's one I have never been to and I want to see. But they were not letting people in. So I wanted to stay in the UK longer, but then I watched my savings kind of all that money I'd saved just going away so fast from staying even for a couple of months. And I got scared of, I'm not going to be able to sustain this. So I'll just go home and I will go back to working a regular job. And I'll buy a condo or a house and just settle down, and I'm not going to be able to make a nomadic life, a travel life work. I just can't afford to do it. I had tried to find remote work, at least part-time, so that I could keep doing it a little bit longer, sustain it a little bit, but I had no luck. So I came back home and I was applying for jobs. I interviewed for something that was okay, but I didn't get it anyway. But I liked them and they said they liked me, but I was not the candidate they chose. That kind of thing, we all experience that. And I didn't want to go back to where I worked before, but I did apply for a couple of jobs there, and I even interviewed and didn't get that either. So just the attempt to go back to work full time was getting really tough, and I started a business and tried to do that and wasn't able to make it successful part-time. I still do a little bit on the side to help. I am working full-time. This year I got a full-time job with, the benefits and all the retirement and stuff again, so that I was back to working a job. But now prices for buying a place are so high. And I've been thinking and talking to people again about how much I just want to see new places and live in new places every once in a while. I got into a whole conversation with someone so I live in Florida. I'm from Florida, and a lot of people here are snowbirds. And I always kind of thought that sounded like a great life, even when I was young, that you could live up north. And I have lived up in Massachusetts. I lived there for a few years, for a brief time, to live there in the summer and in Florida in the winter when it's really nice here in the winter. I always thought that sounded great. Like, if you could afford to do that, if you could manage it with your job. I guess a lot of them are retired, but a lot of people do that. So I got into this whole conversation with someone about how they like living in new places, moving to a new place every year. And I was like, that sounds really fun. And then over Christmas this year, was talking to people about traveling. And like I said, I watch a lot of YouTubers who do van life or nomad type life. And I was invited to go stay with some friends in a state I've never been to before. And I thought, I want to do that too. I want to do all these things. So that's a little bit of the backstory, is that I've tried a little bit of nomadic life before with quitting my job and traveling around the UK at least. But I failed at it. I failed at finding a remote job so that I could help do it. I failed at running a business that would have helped me to be able to do it. But I failed at a lot of things before, so maybe I should just give it a try again. And I think that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to come to it at fresh angles. I've learned some new things. I'm in a completely different new career, and I'm going to try to find, again, remote work. And I'm going to try again to run a business that might help me sustain that. Another thing is, I did apply the summer after I returned from that. I thought, well, I know I follow people who do seasonal work, and I was interested in that because I could stay one place for one season and then move on to another. So I actually applied for a seasonal type summer job at a place I really wanted to work and see, and I didn't get that job either. So I think that one was just because I didn't live near there, and they were looking for people. They had enough people, and they could find enough people in the local area, unlike some sort of holiday resorts, that kind of thing, where they do have to bring people from all over the world. That's just my theory. But I have tried a little of everything to make this work. But why shouldn't I just try it again? So that's what this little video project, I guess I'm going to start posting. I love making YouTube videos. I have another channel. Actually, I've tried multiple channels. Again, I like to try new things and see what happens, but I like making YouTube videos. So I thought I'd start doing this as something to motivate myself, and also maybe talk to other people about their experiences. And maybe this time it'll stick. Maybe this time I'll figure it out. But I'm just feeling the need this year in 2024 to make it happen. And the big way I'm doing that right now is I am doing a really frugal, like low buy year, where I am trying to spend absolutely nothing in my daily life. Like, I am trying to minimize everything. I'm trying to figure out how to save on the rent, because my rent is really high, and trying to figure out some other way to live. That probably also has affected might as well just live in Airbnbs like I did before when I traveled, because it's almost only a little bit more than what I pay for my stupid apartment that I have to pay a ton of money for. And I never get to go anywhere because I'm just here in my hometown, and I want to go see new places. It's a nice hometown, and I live in a nice town, but yeah, and I have to work all the time just to have the steady job and income. So, yeah, I started thinking, why not just try this? And I'm probably going to repeat myself a few times. I do have notes, which I'm looking down on. Yeah, so this is me trying again, hoping 2024 is the year I figure it out. And maybe I won't like it. Maybe again, I'll be like, I'm tired. I don't want to do nomad life. I'm going to come back home again. But I just have me to take care of. And as long as I can take care of myself and support myself, then I that's fine. So I'll just figure it out as we go. But I was going to say, so I'm doing the like extreme low buy year where I don't spend any money on things I don't need. There will be exceptions. I have a bit of a fast food coffee habit. I like to travel, so I go on day trips occasionally. And some of those involve going to places where I buy absolutely zero things, but I'm really going to be strict this year. I've already started saving a little bit of money towards this, because that's another key. Is I learned, like I said before, I saved a ton of money so that I could travel and quit my job and just travel full time. And that's definitely what I need. I think that I need that for daily life as well. I just need a lot of money and savings to feel secure, because things always pop up, right? We live in a world where we're always having to pay unexpected bills. There's all these, we get charged for everything, and everything costs more money than we expect. So that's the big thing I'm working on this year, is saving lots of money. But I want this to be the year I figure it out. Like I said, hopefully 2024 is the year I figure out how to make Nomad Life happen, and I can hit the road. And I will want to travel to the UK. Like I said, it's my favorite country, and I want to see more of some European countries. I've been to a few other continental European countries before, but I want to see more. And then, since I'm in the US and there's a vast country here, and Canada that I've never been to, I'd love to take my car around those areas and go from place to place and just see if that's as exciting and fun as I think it will be. I liked some of the aspects of when I was traveling full time in 2021. So I think if I can figure out how to be not so scared of all that money running out, if I have a way to earn money and I have that sort of supporting me, I think that will take away a lot of the stress that I had when I was doing it. So thank you for tuning in and following me along on this. And hopefully the next videos will be more interesting. But if you are watching this and you have any thoughts on what you'd like me to talk about, or you'd like to hear, or if you're on your own path and you're trying to figure out how to live, or if maybe you started and you just want to tell me about your fun stories, I'd love to hear it. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you whenever I figure out what I'm doing video wise, recording wise. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.